Hello, welcome again to the Bards Dungeon. This is episode number 10. Yes, we're actually into double figures at last. We've got a lot more to go. We're going to be delving today into that beast behind me. The giant castle full of mazes. Yes, we're going to go through the first maze today. There's 3 mazes. The first maze, you have a choice between an intellectual maze and a physical maze. And once you get through either one of those, you're then faced with a giant 3-dimensional black glass maze full of weird and wonderful things. And yeah, the aim is to get to the top of the castle, basically, and then you'll see what happens from there. But that won't be one episode, that'll be many episodes. Hopefully today we'll get through the intellectual maze, which is my cup of tea. The physical one, the alternative, we'll do in another video. The next video is going to be my worst nightmare, because it's my homage to the old level games where you used to have to jump and all that, the old 2D level games, but obviously in 3D. So obviously modern Minecrafters will know it as parkour, and I believe I have designed one of the most challenging parkour maps in Minecraft history inside that little old castle over there. Yeah. So, but the intellectual challenge is no less difficult if you're not intellectual. So, yeah. It's not going to be easy from now on. You thought it was easy up to now, or you might have thought it was hard up to now. I know. But no more Mr. Nazgul from now on. Now we have a choice which way to go. I actually timed this previously, and I thought it might be quicker to go and into the little jump around bit to the right down there, but actually it's not, because you have to walk all the way under, get back to the village, and then climb up and then walk away all the way back to the castle. So it seems counterintuitive, but the quickest way there is actually the official way to the village, and then just jump up from there. But instead of going onto the minecart, you just jump up the tracks and walk there. Just that simple, really. Right, what I've got to do now, and try and be aware of this, if you've been experiencing sound problems, it's because I believe when I do big builds like this, I'm running on just an i5 laptop at the moment. I'll eventually get this set up on my i7 again, but I haven't even got Windows on it at the moment, it's only got Linux. So I will get more professional in time, but at the moment this is being run off it is a brand new laptop, it's only a year old, but it's an i5. It runs Minecraft fine, but when I record and I run through areas really built up like this, where I've done a lot of work, often the thing that it can't cope with it all, so what it will choose to cut is the microphone for some reason, which is a shame. So what I've got to try and be conscious of now, when I'm walking around large builds like this, try not to run around them. So hopefully we won't get any more microphone issues, because that's pretty damn important for a YouTube video, especially a walkthrough where you don't want to miss any facts. Okay, here we go. Jump around. Okay. By the way, if you hold the what's the correct term for the key? That one, where you sneak, the sneak key. If you hold that on the old slime blocks, it will stop you bouncing if you get bored of bouncing forever. I don't think it'll work when you're in a minecart though. Look at this, the flower forest in daytime, not surrounded by mobs. So let's have a quick look at it, it's nice. It won't matter what time of day it is once we're in the castle. Well, yes and no. The dark maze gets darker. Oh, look, he's still floating about. Wow, look at all that. Lovely. See, there's some really nice parts of the Bards Dungeon, even though it's basically an evil maze, the whole thing, really, kind of. There's just some really beautiful parts in it, so, I urge you to check them out. Anyway, let's focus on today's mission, which is getting inside that castle. So, we'll go back through the village. This time in some nice daylight, away from mobs. Oh, I'm doing it again, I'm running. It's instinct. Okay, let's relax. Don't cause any microphone issues for this video. Maybe I should spawn in some villagers before I sell the game. I don't know. What do you think? Deserted village? I'll spawn some in. That's a nice little village, that. Ah, the Jump Around Arcade. A very controversial place. But you heard my views on it in the appropriate video. Onwards. We've been up the mountain. We've collected the cake. We've been in the weird bardical spherical things. We've been in the Jump Around Arcade. We've been through the Dark Obsidian Cube countless times. We've even been through the little cathedral thing there into the secret entrance under the glass ceiling. This is the only place left to go. My favourite castle of any film has to be the one in Time Bandits. It's just endlessly huge and so black. I love it. It's awesome. Look at all this weird stuff under the castle. And yeah, it looks like it's floated on the glass, but it's not, It is actually attached to the wall. It's part of the wall design. It's built into the wall of the Bards Dungeon itself. So, this is the entrance because we've got the Bard's flag here. So, how do you get into this castle? Just look carefully. You see it? How about now? There we go. Entrance to the castle. You can close the door as well. Look at that. Lovely. Okay. Intellectual. Physical. We're not doing that in this video. It's really hard. I tested it out a couple of days ago because when I first designed it, it is designed to be doable, but it's just really tricky. What I've done, I've put a save point in there, so at least you won't go all the way back to the black cube every time you die. You'll just go back to the start of that little maze. Actually, what it'll do is kick you out here and give you that choice again. I've been that kind because I wouldn't want to lock anyone into eternal physical torture, because it is when you get the knack of it, it's really fun, which is what I intended it to be. Just like the old level games you used to get when you were a kid, if you're as old as me. But anyway, well, that's my dog making lovely noises in the background. He's just eating a giant chew, so he's all happy. Oh dear. Right. Okay, here we go. Question 1. Square root of 64. Number 8. And that gains you access to the next room. As you walk through it, the wall disappears. The hole disappears back into a wall. Airspeed velocity of a migrating swallow. Of course, I had to get a Python reference in there somewhere. 10 to 30 kilometers per hour or 40 to 60 kilometers per hour? It's this one. Ooh. Turning a corner. What is the center? What is at the center of our galaxy? Okay, I'm going to purposely get a question wrong here to show you what happens when you do get something wrong. You get chucked back here. So if you die in the physical one, it puts you back in the corridor. It gives you that choice again. You get a question wrong in the intellectual one because it's less physically demanding on you. It just chucks you back here with the wrong answer. There you go. And gives you a little kick for doing it. Just the way I designed it. Why not? So let's go back in. Of course, the intellectual. Even if you're not that intellectual, you could go through it with trial and error if you don't mind coming back through there. Of course, you don't have to close the door each time. I'm a person who likes closed doors, that's all. Some people like doors open. I'm not one of them. Okie dokie. Boom, 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 boom. So, of course, the correct answer. A supermassive black hole is at the centre of every galaxy. Otherwise, it would just tear itself apart. It's what holds a galaxy together. What is the Bard's favourite colour? Red or black? Well, they're my colours, and they're the colours I put into this game. What do you think's my favourite colour? It's black. Always has been, since I was a baby. Okay. Ooh. Something's happened there. I think I might have been testing it. And yes, got to this point and exited it for some reason. Anyway, sorry about that. Imperfect video. Star system the pyramids of Giza were modelled after. Sirius or Orion? It's Orion. See if that closes that door. Yeah, that's what I did. Sorry about that. Should have checked that. Never mind. What is the full height of the Washington Monument? Ooh, this is another controversial question. It claims to be 555 feet. But I'm going to give it the devil's number instead, which is the correct answer. And it does actually tell you why on this question only. Washington Monument is 555 foot above ground and 111 feet below. Well, that's a very big subject, which I'm not going to get political in this video. Let's just ask the next question, just to make you think a bit, do your own research. What is pi to 52 decimal places? No mean answer. Basically, we've got the same answer twice, but one of these has got a single incorrect digit in. Know your pi. There we go. Next question. For a chance to ride the roller coaster, answer this question. Ooh. In which language is the bard spelt? Bardu, Portuguese or Corsican? It's Corsican. Yay. Oh. Last remaining minecart. They still got the bug. It's okay. This will be the last time we need it. If we survive the roller coaster. Okay. Let's go. Let's see what all this is about. Ooh, where are we going? I love this little coaster. It's just a bit of silliness I put in because I could. And why not? Ever feel like you're climbing the walls? Now you literally are. Get a different perspective up here. Ooh, it's a long way down, isn't it? Yeah, you don't think you're going to make that one, but it's time to see just do. There you go. You see there's a track around half the top of the Bards Dungeon itself as well. Seems to end there. I think that's the exit. Well, of course I know what it is. Yeah, look, there's the top of the castle. Oh, 9 towers. And some writing on the top. Yeah, there's the top of the black glass. Whoa, we're going down. We're going down. We're going right through that tube that goes through the middle of everything. It takes us down into a pit of fire. We're on fire. What's going on? Some roller coaster this is. Oh, it's okay. We've been put out again. Yep. Excuse me. Get my dog away from my desk. He's chewing something on the desk again. Oh, lovely. I love doing that. Actually making a water slide part of a roller coaster. It's easier done than you'd think. And we're going on fire again. A bit worse this time. Ah, it's all good. Where are we going now? Ooh. Think we go back to the castle. And log. Oh, that was clever. That was really clever. Now I've mucked myself up. Oh dear. This video is going so well. I don't know. I'm going to have to go into creative mode for a second. Let's just do that instead of make an entire video again. Because I'm a perfectionist, but there are limits. Okay. Oh, let's get rid of this first. Keep continuity. And we're back in the room. And watch the incredible bad coding as the Minecraft disappears, as it shouldn't. But never mind. We don't need it for the moment. Onward. Ooh. We're outside the castle. We're outside the Bards Dungeon. We're just floating on a bit of glass, hanging over a waterway. Lovely. Right on the edge of the island. Nice. It's just a fancy corridor into the next part. Oh, in which language is the bard spelled O-Bardo? Bardo. O-Bardo. How similar is that? Portuguese was one of the last options. Or Hawaiian. I'm going to go for Portuguese. Look at that. Good thing I'm out of minecarts. What is the speed of light? Oh, it's another one of those. The wrong answer's got one digit out of place. Oh, yes. Now we get technical or pedantic, whichever word you want to use. Is a tomato, botanically, this is the important word, a fruit or vegetable? Botanically, it's a fruit. That's right. It is a fruit. How is a tomato classified in culinary terms? I.e. in the kitchen, of course. In the kitchen, it's classed as a vegetable. There you go. So don't get those mixed up and you'll be okay. Oh, is an icosahedron a platonic solid? It's basically a 20-sided object, I believe. Like D&D dice, certain D&D dice. And yes, it is a platonic solid. I think it's the most complex platonic solid, if memory serves. How many moons are in a lunar year? 12 or 13? Well, you'd think there'd be 12, but there's not, because our Gregorian calendar is completely wrong and messed up. There are 13 lunar months in a year, and that is how we should be basing our years, but we don't. So if you're feeling out of sorts, that's probably why. The next question, how many days are in a lunar year? 365? No, 354. Oh, look at this. Where are we? Right underneath a lava. What's that about? Or should have shown you the little corridor before we come in here. Lunar distance from the Earth. 2 million miles? 250,000 miles? There we go, not as far as you think. It's the sun that's the big one. And this is the next question. Solar distance from the Earth. 93 million miles, 193 million miles. It's 93. And we've done it. We've got through the first maze. Now we can, if we want, if we're really crazy, go back into the corridor and go through it all again, or go through the physical one if we want. We don't want to do that. We've got here. So we've got to get up there now. So we've got this little weird contraption I designed here. And basically, you jump after you press the button and then move forward. It's the best way to do it. There we go, just like that. And there we go, we've made it through that first maze. And we've got ourselves a lovely save point here. So let's hit that right away. And this is where we'll end the video, but we'll have a little quick look around. See what's going on. Actually, no, we'll get up here first. Now, if you emerged over on the physical side, after your intense parkour, and you died about 1 million times, you'd be faced with the hardest parkour bit yet still to do, even after your save point. It's just evil, isn't it? I mean, expert parkour players will find it no problem, but that's the furthest and highest jump you can do. So it's got to be done exactly right, or you won't make it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, plus the last bit to get up there, 6 technically. So it's going to drive you insane unless you can jump perfectly, and I mean almost to the pixels 6 times in a row. It's going to take you forever. It's really annoying. But if you go through the intellectual one, then all you've got to do is decipher 4 buttons which have no meaning. So let's have a look. If we press that one, anything happen? Can't see anything happening. Let's try pressing this one. Oh, little blocks appeared up there. Let's press this one again. Look at that block. And it disappears, the block. That's interesting, isn't it? So, what if we press this one? Oh, look, a little block of water. And what if we press this one? The water disappears. I know what we've got to do. We've got to get the water. And then we've got to put a bit of stone on it. So it starts, and then we disappear the stone. And that is how we access, from the intellectual maze side, it's how we access the big glass maze above us. Look at that beast. We've got to get through that. So we'll end this video by going into the start of it. But yeah, this is how we get up there. You're going to need your wits about you in a maze, and a very good memory of places what do they call that? I can't remember the technical term for it. I've got a gift for it, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to design this. This was so challenging to design, but you've got to have a head that you can imagine 3D virtual spaces in to design something like this. You've got to have a particular brain, I suppose. I don't know. I'm a high functioning autistic, so it's something I'm very good at, but I think it's going to be really challenging for a lot of people to get through this maze. Here we are, maze entrance, and we're there. We have made it. So I'm going to end this video here. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry about the mess ups, but hopefully better sound issues. We won't be running around in this maze anyway. It's just going to take a little while to suss out. I'm going to try and take you through every part of it, the wrong ways and the right ways. So we'll get to that in the next video. See you later. Namaste. Peace out.